up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. And this video is another story video, and today we're going to be talking about the one time I got scammed in real life. And let's get right into it. So just before this freaking video does just happen, I'm going to tell you guys, not for CSGO skins, not for some crazy real life stuff. It was Pokemon cards. Alright, so yeah, let's get right into it. Basically, one day I just, bought this new Pokemon card set thing. This is like 2008 or something, so I was in like 3rd grade. It's not a big deal because I got this fresh set of Pokemon cards, and back then Pokemon cards were like the biggest trend of like that year at my school. It was like if you had a lot of them and you had good ones, you just got all the girls. You were just freaking famous until somebody replaced you. So it's like literally just a fame city for just everybody who had like the best. And I was, not at the top, but just kind of just there. And basically I was just trying to get some cool cards, and I got this sick just set of cards, and they're pretty sick because like I, to be honest, very much liked these cards. And unfortunately I met this man's who was a year above me, and now he's in high school and smokes cigarettes and weed, and basically gets in trouble. And basically comes up to me, he's like, dude, I really like your cards, because literally everybody was into it, so even he was into it. He's like, dude, I really like your cards, man, can I like do a trade? And I was like, well, what are you giving me? Because like at this school, we actually did trades pretty often. Like there was like literally people set up like trading things, like not like officially, not school, but like we actually set up some crazy systems for trades and stuff. I don't know how we came up with that, but basically we're like, all right, let's just make the deal happen here. Cause like he said he was giving me these really sick cards, and he told me the name, but he's like, I don't have them with me today, but I will give it to you tomorrow, and we'll make the trade tomorrow. And I was like, well, what are they? And then he just said these really weird names, and right when he said them, I was a little suspicious of literally what he was saying, or like the card names, because to be completely honest, I've never heard of any Pokemon cards named that, and also I watch all the TV shows, and that never exists. The only things that do exist that have any correlation with the name were Pikachu and Lugia, and that's it. No weird other names involving that, but I was said to be receiving a Shadow Pikachu and a Shadow Lugia. And this was suspicious AF because, like, first of all, they don't exist. And I'm not super 1,000,000% dumb, but I was pretty gullible. And that's how I got scammed. And he did this really smart ass thing. Because, they didn't exist, he went on this freaking dank website. Literally, the branding was on the card. Like, I don't know how, like, I didn't see it until, like, literally, like, a couple years ago. I didn't see it, but there was this branding for the website he made them on. And like it was a website you can just go on and just plug in some stuff and you can make the cards. Literally all he did was just take a Lugia card, left the image because you don't really need to change it, and just change the name. And then for the Pikachu one, let's just add Shadow in front of that and just edit the thing so it's completely black, which is so easy to do in Photoshop. Or you can just search up black Pikachu, and there you go. And that may be racist or something. I don't know. You'll find some weird stuff. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's literally it. He did that. He gave them to me. And I gave him this dank Arceus thingy, which was like limited edition. It was literally limited edition. So I don't have that anymore. I did buy another exact same one. But this dude, like just before I did it, I'm like, let me just see that for just a couple seconds, right? Like my card. And then he's like, all right, let me just see my cards for a second, right? And he was like suspiciously, like just looking at it. And I'm just like, what are you doing, man? And he's like, I'm just like kind of like looking at them because they're like one of my favorite cards, right? They're like really good. And I was like, hey, I don't know if these like exist or not, because like I've never seen these. And he's like, no, they exist. Like that's okay. Like you don't have to freak out because like they exist. He's like literally saying they exist. And I was suspicious at that. Like he's like, they exist, like don't worry about it, like they exist out there, like it's just really rare. But literally, even as a 3rd grader, I was like, I don't know how, but I was literally like to be completely honest, I was like a genius. Like I was kind of smart about that stuff, right? So it was really, really suspicious, like in the way he did everything, the way he said everything. But I still gave it to him because this guy, you know, my brother knew him, everybody kind of knew him, and like he was just kind of known for trading. So I was like, dude, you know what? All right, here you go. So we basically traded. And I kind of noticed something though. Like not the freaking branding, but I kind of noticed the back of the card was just like this weird soft ass cardboard, and it was like 4 times, like literally 10 times thicker than a regular one. Like a regular card, you know, it's pretty thin. But like imagine like 5 or 6 of them stacked together into one piece, and that's the card. Like it was literally like a piece of cardboard. I realized, and it was literally thick. It was so goddamn like thick. It was actually like 6. I just said 6, but it's like 6 of the cards stacked. So I asked him about it. He's like, no, that's just because it's like a limited edition. So it's like, you know, they're a little different. But I'm just like, what? So I basically just got really confused, and then he just dipped. He started running. He just left completely, and I couldn't catch up. And he just disappeared into a crowd and never saw him. You know, basically from then on, I just never saw him. Like he was like a complete stealth. Like sometimes, you know, people would talk about him. Sometimes you would just see his friends and like just the crowd just forming and just in this weird location. And that's literally, there was no remnants of this guy. And then he just totally forgot about it. Like he literally, I don't even know how, like he forgot a couple years later. And in 8th grade, you know, like between, believe 6th and 8th grade, he resurfaced, and he just kind of like, I guess, forgot, and he just popped out everywhere and just didn't even care that he just scammed me like 3 years ago in 6th grade. Basically, he just didn't even care. Like he forgot. So if you asked him, he would literally forgot. So that was kind of weird because like he forgot. I still remembered, and then basically I made the story video, which is now. And yeah, he smokes cigars and stuff now, weed, all that stuff. His friend got suspended from school, so he has some bad friends, and basically that's it. That's how he got scammed one beautiful day. It was quite fateful. I freaked out because I got scammed or whatever, and basically you never get the card back. So yeah, that was pretty dumb back then. So if you guys are into Pokemon right now, maybe like your school is like jamming out to some Pokemon stuff, you basically just want to make sure you don't get scammed. So yeah, I kind of just want you guys to just know that be careful when you're buying or trading Pokemon cards, or basically if your school likes Pokemon, because you're gonna get scammed like I did. I was pretty freaking dumb, and I basically just didn't know any better. I swear I didn't know any better, so I just did random stuff at school. But now I know not to trust people just at all, because you're gonna get scammed, and it's not a good thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.